Hey, hey, hey. You know that voice by now, and if you don't, my name is Pamiti, and of course, you are always welcome to stop by. Today, we are looking at beautiful people in beautiful spaces. So, the spotlight at the moment is on our ex Miss South Africa beauty pageant contestant, Miss Chidimma Vanessa. So, most of us lost interest in this story after Chidimma had withdrawn from the Miss South Africa pageant. She had to withdraw because there was a lot of heat when it comes to her identity and her being a South African citizen. It was later confirmed by Home Affairs that yes, indeed, fraud and theft were committed in order for Adechina and her mom to be considered as South African citizens. So immediately when Chichi withdrew from the South African pageant, she got an invitation from Miss Universe Nigeria to join their pageant rather, which was running almost at the same time as the Miss South Africa pageant. And that's where most South Africans dropped the story. That's where most South Africans lost their interest in this whole matter. But apparently, she did go and join the Miss Universe Nigeria pageant. Not only did she join it, but she also won it.
And she has a brand new sash from the Miss Universe office. Now that you Miss Universe Nigeria, how do you feel?
I feel so amazing. I just want to start off by saying thank you to each and every one of you for the love, for the support. This crown is not just for beauty, but is a call for action, and that is unity. Thank you so much.
Crown Miss Universe Nigeria though.
I feel so excited, and I don't really have a lot of words to express how I feel, but I'm really proud of myself as well because I've always wanted, to wear this sash and represent the country. So I'm really happy.
So how's the support been from Nigeria? You've done some diaspora. How's it been like to have this feat you have right now?
It's been amazing. The support has been ecstatic. I'm really happy to see that there's a lot of people that are actually out there to support, because most of the times I actually felt like there was more hate than love, but the love is really exceeding the hate, and I'm really happy to have a huge support structure.
How would you describe the challenges you faced so far to now being like beauty queen?
The challenges I faced have been really heartbreaking. I think that's the term that I always use, because I don't think anybody will understand the type of heartache I felt throughout this whole backlash. But then I'm really excited that, through everything else, I really exuded with so much grace and so much determination, and I really came through as a strong black woman.
How do you balance being Miss Universe Nigeria and your personal life, basically?
So it's only day 2 of being Miss Universe Nigeria, so I am still in that process of adapting to be Miss Universe Nigeria and still being Chi-Chi. I think for now I'm still dedicating my time as to knowing more of Nigeria, and also how I can be a better queen and also represent the country really well. So I think as time goes by, I will know how to know when to differentiate between being Chi-Chi and being Miss Universe Nigeria.
So how do you intend to use your platform now to influence decision? Give a voice to other role models that are looking up to you?
So first of all, I'm an advocate for unity. I want us to start to realize that there's so much power in us, celebrating our differences and coming together as one. But I don't want to be a reigning queen that only focuses on one aspect. I have so much impact that I would like to provide, not only to Africans as well, but to women as well, because I feel like a lot of women can also take a lot from what I have gone through. And I really hope that I'm able to actually not impact only one person's life, but so many other people as well. So I have a lot of work to do.
So how do you describe your experience in Nigeria so far and growing up in South Africa?
So it's been very different. I've actually lived in South Africa for 23 years, and I'm only here in Nigeria for 10 days. So I can't really spread out the difference between the two, because most of my stay here was actually being at camp and competing for Miss Universe Nigeria. So now that I'm done with the whole process, I'm really looking forward to actually exploring more and being outside of, pageant and Miss Universe.
So is there anything that stands strong for you, about Nigeria, like you live most of your life in South Africa, right? And now you're in Nigeria for like 10 days, like you said. What's like the cultural difference that you kind of notice or like you like? What's that thing that stands different for you in Nigeria?
So for me, it's just like how we all come together. So Nigerians have been really supportive, and I don't think I have expressed a lot of gratitude, but I'm really grateful because even in South Africa as well, Nigerians were really celebrating me. So it's not just in here that I've experienced all of this love; it's also in South Africa, and it's just really great to see that we can all come together and celebrate the victory together.
So you would describe what does feeling winning look like to you?
Feeling of winning, I think this is just an overwhelming, and I feel like I really accomplished something that I've always wanted. So I'm really proud of myself.
So how does winning, like, how would you describe like this to like a role model, someone looking up to you now? What would you say to them?
Don't give up on your dreams. Stand up for yourself. There's always going to be rough parts. You will face those trials, but don't give up on your dreams. Always.
So Chichi seems to have moved on with her life. Not only that, but she seems to have moved on with her modeling career. But where exactly does this leave her South African citizenship status?
Her status followed that of the mother, and she was registered as a South African. Now that the mother's status is in question, in the event that the DG finally cancels that identity document, it will mean that the registration itself was fraudulent, and therefore that status cannot stand in law. She would qualify to apply under Section 4.3 of the Act, assuming that indeed she was born in the country and her birth was registered in terms of the Birth and Death Registration Act. And whilst I'm saying that, the problem that she would then face is that the legislature would not have anticipated a fraudulent registration of birth, so that she would not be able to benefit from that. And also it would depend on her movements in and out of the country, because there's a requirement that you should not be outside the country for more than 90 days at a time. So that will also then affect her. In terms of also the father, the department is still investigating, because from the document it is clear that the father also was involved in this registration of birth. So what we will need to eventually check is, when everything is cancelled, does it render her stateless? Does she have, for instance, Nigerian citizenship? Does she have Mozambican citizenship? I think we will have to navigate at that point in time whether then the cancellation of her own status may render her stateless. But that will actually happen when everything is done and the investigation is completed. Thank you, Chair.
So apparently, Home Affairs had given Chichi and her mother until the 30th of October 2024 for them to submit documents that are proving that indeed they are South African citizens. So both mother and child have failed to submit those documents to Home Affairs. Home Affairs has now said that they will be pressing criminal charges against Chidimma and her mother. So all this has led to a petition that has been launched by the Progressive Forces for South Africa. Now, not only have they started a petition, but they also have sent through a letter to management at the Miss Universe pageant.